Monday. It's game week. There is LSU football on Saturday. God bless. We made it. Finally. I'm excited. Joe, you're excited. I wish we were going to the FSU game.
No, you don't. No, you don't. It's going to be fine. We're going to have a great time.
You don't wish you were going to be there?
Of course.
Okay,
but we're going to get to get other things. It'll be good.
Oh, yeah, we are going to do some other cool things. I think I teased it last week. We're headed to Chicago to get some Valley Vision content, not of LSU football. Of course, we'll have a breakdown for you before the game, after the game. We'll talk LSU football, but we're going to Chicago to cover some AVP volleyball. Kristen Nuss, Taryn Cloth, on their way to the Olympics. We're going to go see them play in the Chicago Open this weekend, get some sidelining in, get some cool content. We're headed to Chicago Cubs game, White Sox game to get some content for Bets and Breaks. So all that being said, make sure you hit the sub button because you're not going to want to miss all that fun stuff. We're building something, got a lot of different stuff coming at you, not just LSU football, but today we are going to talk LSU football. Because last week we were very curious on who was going to wear number 7 and who was going to wear number 18. Unfortunately, they didn't give us the information before Friday's episode, but we got it over the weekend. And those two people, those two guys, are Will Campbell, who will wear number 7, and Mekhi Wingo, who will wear number 18. Will wear a 7 patch on his jersey because of the NCAA rules. He'll still wear 66. But that tradition, remember, 7 goes to the best player on the team from Louisiana. So I don't know if I saw Will Campbell getting. Did that take you by surprise?
It took me by surprise because he's not a skill player, and I think that's just all we've seen before. But he's definitely deserving.
Right. It was never. It was never in the rules that it had to be a skill position player, but this is the first guy who isn't a skill player who got it. Remember, he was named freshman All-American and second team All-SEC. He had 13 starts last year. Very well deserving. Go ahead.
Now, we have seen, there's been a precedent for wearing like a patch like that because Lloyd Cushenberry wore it he wore 18 in 2019 as a center. So
that's not the first time we've seen a patch, but it is the first time we've seen 7 go to a guy who isn't a skilled player. Tradition was started by the OG, Patrick Peterson. Guys like, why are you making that face? I'm going to make sure everyone else saw that face too.
Well, because, do you want me to tell you why? Why I was making that face? It was technically started by Allie Highsmith.
Here we go. Yes, I saw this debate on Twitter. People were going back and forth about it being started.
You got to give Allie Highsmith that love.
Okay, we'll give him the love, but on record, whatever. If you want to go back in LSU records or whatever they say, Patrick Peterson started it. Tyrann Mathieu, Leonard Fournette. I mean, the big names, the guys you remember: DJ Chark, Grant Delpit, Derek Stingley, Kayshon Boutte, all of them have worn it. Jamar Chase was actually given the honor, but he opted out of the 2020 season. So big names, guys who have made impacts on this organization. Now Will Campbell is added to that list. And Mekhi Wingo has been given 18, and that number goes to a high character guy, somebody who's a leader on and off the field, in the classroom, pays attention to detail. Brian Kelly gave a whole rundown of why 18 goes to Mekhi Wingo. He matches all of those aspects of high character, leader, all of the above, pretty much. I remember reading something saying that when he transferred over here, he wanted to keep his head down, didn't want to make a lot of noise, kind of wanted to not step on toes, and now he is coming out as like 18. Like, not that he's like stepping on toes, but like, there's something to be said about his character, that he had no intention of coming over here to like make a show, like, you know, play the Mekhi Wingo show. He was very humble, head down, go to work. And I mean, he did that, which is probably why he's given number 18. Yes. Obviously, he had a huge impact on the team last year. He really stepped up into that role when Mason Smith went down. He was able to come in and kind of keep things going. He earned third team All-American honors as a sophomore. He was just named first team preseason All-SEC by the coaches, that preseason coaching list that we talked about last week. And actually, Pro Football Focus, PFF, said that he played more snaps than any other interior defensive lineman in the country.
Like 30 more snaps.
Yeah, like not even by a little, by like a lot. So, rightfully so, he gets to wear number 18 because he got it done on the field and continues to be a leader and a role model for everybody else on the team. So super cool. That tradition was started way back with Matt Mauk. You know, Jacob Hester is like the guy you kind of think of when you think of it, at least me. When I think of 18, I think of Jacob Hester. Side note, we have a really cool interview with him. Anthony did this past weekend on the Purple Couch in Mandeville. We're traveling now, I guess. But yeah, check that out if you want to hear more from him. Terrence Magee, Tre'davious White, Foster Moreau, Damone Clark, BJ Ojulari, and now Mekhi Wingo. So congrats to those two guys. We were waiting for it. It felt like it took a little bit longer this year. But, I mean, those are big decisions to make. We talked about the pressure that comes with specifically 7, but with both numbers. It's an honor and a privilege, but there's a lot of responsibility that comes down to it. And I think they took their time making the decisions on who was going to wear these numbers, and I think they did a good job picking who will wear them this season. All right, enough about the boys. There's a lot of female athletes at LSU that need their recognition. We're going to go through volleyball, soccer, and even golf today because those girls are putting in work. LSU Volleyball started off their season this past weekend with the Tiger Classic here in Baton Rouge. They split the series with UCLA. They won on Friday, which was actually the first win against UCLA in program history. Yes, that is correct. First win against UCLA in program history on Friday. They beat them in the match 3-2. They did lose on Saturday, again 3-2. UCLA went up, so they split the series. Freshman outside hitter Jurnee Robinson. No pressure. She came out. There was no falter. She absolutely killed it. And pun intended. She had 23 kills both nights. 3 blocks and 6 digs on Friday, and secured her first career double-double after digging 10 balls on Saturday. So already putting big numbers up, new on campus, showed what she can do as an outside hitter. Excited to see her go to work this season. Team should be pretty good. Nice start to the season. So they're 1-1 right now, splitting that series to UCLA. But they've got a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of success out of them. Altogether, Jurnee Robinson, as well as the other girls on the team. LSU soccer, we put a little clip up on social media that they did beat number 9 Texas on Thursday. They beat them 3-1, which was a huge win for LSU to take down Texas, again, being ranked 9th. Great start. They're 3-1 after shutting out Southern last night. 4 of those goals came in the second half. All 5 goals coming from different players. So you had Rami Noel, Brittany Bertram, Sage Glover, Jordan Johnson, and Molly Baker all taking turns scoring goals. 4 in the second half, again, just took off. They recorded season highs in goals with those 5 and shots on goal with 13. Again, now 3-1, 3 consecutive wins, and they will continue their season on Thursday against Wisconsin. So pay attention to them. I know they don't get as much love because, I don't know, we've got so many big sports here at LSU that it's hard to keep up with all of them. But pay attention to those girls because they really do work really hard and they do a good job playing. And golf. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not I don't understand golf. I think I don't have the patience for it. I feel like it's made for very smart, intelligent people. I'm not saying that I'm not, but like you got to have patience for it. And I just don't have it. However, I'm proud to say that the LSU women's golf team has definitely reeled in a lot of accolades over the summer. Not getting enough recognition for it, but I'll go through a list of them because we were sitting here just docking them all right before the show, and there's a lot, so hang on to your seats. We've got Ingrid Lindblad, who was awarded the 2023 Mark McCormick Medal winner, or she was the medal winner, by the USGA and the RNA as the top women's amateur golfer in 2023. She's ranked number 1 in the world amateur golf rankings for the past 11 weeks as of August 20th. And she's the first person in program history to be first team All-SEC for 4 consecutive years. That's an accolade if you've ever seen one. 4 consecutive years All-SEC. You don't see that too often. Latana Stone played in 2 of the most prestigious amateur events of the summer, the U.S. Women's Open and the R&A Women's British Open. In the U.S. Amateur, she was one of 64 golfers in the field of 156 to advance to match play, and that is the first time since 2001 that an LSU women's golfer had played for the amateur title. Lots of records in history being made within these 3 sports right now. Carla Tejedo. I tried. Won gold with Spain. She's from Spain, so she won a gold medal with Spain for the 2nd straight year. Anya Donegan placed 3rd in the Irish Women's Close Championship, played for Great Britain and Ireland in the Vagliano Trophy match, and participated in the U.S. Women's Open. Taylor Riley won the San Diego City Amateur Championship, advanced to the semifinals of the California State Women's Amateur Championship. I'm running out of breath. I mean, really. Edith Hertzman was one of the 5 Tigers to advance to match play in the Women's Amateur Championships in England, and played in the European Ladies Amateur Championship and the JSM Slag Swedish Junior Tour event. And Jordan Fisher, freshman Jordan Fisher, finished 5th in the Florida Women's Amateur Championship, first amateur to win the Florida Women's Open, and participated in the prestigious Women's Western Amateur Championships. I need my water. I don't know where my jug is. I'm out of breath. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's such an individual sport, too. So to have a whole team be individually so good across the world, impressive, truly. They continue, or they'll start their LSU season September 11th and 12th in Charleston. So shout out to our girls who are getting it done. They might not get as much recognition as the bigger sports here at LSU, but we see you. We got you. At least here on Valley Vision, we're going to make sure everybody knows what's going on. And we'll round out with Tiger T. This one's good. I like this one. NFL released its top 100 players. And guess how many of those players in the top 5 went to LSU? I'll give you 2 seconds to do it in your head. Guess how many? Okay. 3. 1, 2, 3. Guess who? Number 2, Justin Jefferson. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Number 5, Jamar Chase. Is anyone surprised? No, I didn't think so.
That's crazy to think about that. Obviously, nobody took it for granted in 2019 when we had those players. But, like, do you think they did?
I'm going to be honest. Not that we took it for granted.
Yeah.
We got so used to it that, like...
The point is, I think we all recognized how good the athletes on the team were, but I don't think any of us really knew that, like, oh, wait, 3 of these guys would be top 5 in the NFL right now. Like, no way.
Yeah, it wasn't, not that we took it for granted. It was just, like, hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Who did we have on our team at the same time?
Yeah.
Incredible. Jets, Burrow, and Jamar. I love it. Then they're such prominent names in the NFL, like obviously top 100, but like you got them doing commercials and interviews, and they're sponsored by everyone and their mom. So cool. That's the Tiger T. Something, all 3 J names too. Jets, Joe, and Jamar. They should start a podcast.
And Jalen Hurts was also in there. So
yeah, but he's not LSU. Sorry, Jalen. You're great, but
no, the J names.
You're not invited here.
Something about him.
That would be a sick podcast, I feel like. Justin, Jamar, and Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, if y'all decide to do that, I better get some sort of credit. Anyway, okay, so we have a busy week. We will be back on Thursday, right? Mm-hmm. Right before we head back to, or not back, up to Chicago to get you all kinds of gold content of that AVP Chicago Open, as well as some more nuggets. We appreciate y'all for watching. We will see y'all on Thursday.